1-800-449-8255. It's the Sharky, baby. Sharkadoodle-doo, Sharkalama-ding-dong. I'm coming to you from a Sunday, hitting you with energy today, baby. I'm on 3 cups of coffee, and I'm all dizzy. The room's spinning. I feel like I'm having a coffee stroke. You know when you drink too much Folgers or Hawaiian coffee? Maybe Hawaiian coffee has cocaine or speed in it. I don't know. It probably does. But I'm fucked up right now, you guys, as I bring you SF Sorrow. This amazing rock opera, or whatever it was, from The Pretty Things. And I'm so sorry, you guys, that it took me a while to review my favorite band. The Pretty Things. These guys are associated, of course, with the Small Faces, The Move, maybe Roy Wood, Jeff Lynne, The Who, Pete Townsend, a little bit Kinks, Ray Davies, Dave Davies, they're bluesy mod, just from that wacky, yeah, baby, London, zany, British insanity back in the swinging mid to late 60s, you guys. Great time over in England. Lots of birds getting shagged and whatnot. People dropping fucking acid, drinking, smoking weed, and just getting fucked up. The way I feel right now, me, Clark the Shark. And I'm kind of just like on coffee, You know how Frank Zappa would say he doesn't do drugs, but the fucking guy would drink so much coffee and smoke so many Marlboro Reds. I mean, this fucking guy would huff corporates all fucking day. It's probably why and how he died of cancer. I'm just guessing here, you guys. I'm not... I am an anti-cigarette guy. You guys, I don't like those. They do cause cancer. I know a lot of people are like, well, this is my favorite vegetable. That's like what Zappa would say about cigarettes. I don't like them. They look cool in pictures, David Bowie with a cigarette, the Beatles. Hey, I have a cigarette too. Take me quickly. Cigarettes aren't cool, you guys. They fucking cause cancer. You should probably work out in a gym, go to church, and vote for Trump, and look at yourself in a mirror and just say, I'm beautiful all day long. Don't be a Democrat, you guys, no matter what, because if there is a God, he'll fucking probably send them all to hell, and they deserve it. Right here on the Clark the Shark Show, 1-800-449-8255. Yeah, like Republicans are any better. They want the rent to be, $6,000 a month, with 9 people from Honduras all fucking living there. Yeah, they're great. Republicans, Trump, Hannity, Mark Levin. Let the free market decide. Get out of here, Sharky, you dope. You don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I never know what the fuck I'm talking about. But when I'm talking about SF Sorrow by The Pretty Things, I do, you guys. Now, I'm going to admit something. I was never able to buy this album. I couldn't find it. I went to the Rhodium in Torrance, Go Boy Records down in Redondo, Zed Records in Long Beach. Every punk rock vinyl record shop, you name it, looking for SF Sorrow. I could never find this album, you guys, by The Pretty Things, this fabulous, amazing rock opera that really did influence The Who. Tommy, it did, you guys. And Pete Townsend says it didn't. Roger, and all of them are like, no, we wrote all the Tommy. Yeah, sure you did, Pete. I know the feeling. Me, Clark the Shark. Greenhouse Effect, the rock opera White Suburban Liars, and then Green Day, American Idiot. They're kind of similar, or people are like, well, Shark, you're just on the internet. Like, no one heard of you. I'm like, yeah, dude, no one fucking heard of me. You guys just all watch the songs all day long. You never fucking heard of me, though. They're like, well, we like your songs, but we don't like you. You're a dick. You're like an asshole, Shark. I mean, that's why people don't like you. You, Garth. I'm like, dude, when people meet Clark the Shark, if I'm at Winchell's buying donuts, they walk up to me and they're like, Sharky, you know, you're actually nice in person. You're not a fucking asshole like the Clark the Shark show. 1-800-449-8255 from the fabulous golden EIB Sharkerphone. It's not a fucking microphone, you guys. That's what Hush Bimbo and Savage, Michael Weiner. His name's fucking Michael Weiner, you guys. It's not Savage. He's not that great. Sure, I fucking ripped off a few, some of the shit he does. And Howard Douchebag, you know, the king of all douchebags. Howard, whatever the fuck his name is. Those guys don't speak into a golden EIB Sharkerphone. Fuck Hush Bimbo, you guys. They don't know. Only I, Clark the Shark, have a golden, solid gold EIB fabulous Sharkerphone. It's not a microphone, baby, because it's the Wolfman Jack on crack, #1 worldwide on Mars, Venus, and planet Penis. There, I said it, you guys. Jupiter, Saturn, Earth, of course, Vulcan, Judas, Snosberry. You know, I'm #1 on planet Snosberry. Howard Douchebag fucking thinks he's #1 there. He's not, you guys. And of course, Neptune and Pluto. But certainly on Uranus, Clark the Shark is #1, 1-800-449-8255. Because when I'm talking about SF Sorrow, baby, that's right. I'm talking about one of the greatest rock operas ever recorded. Did The Who rip this off to write Tommy? Yes, in every sense, you guys. Listen to this album and listen to The Who. But then again, you might say, you know, The Who ripped off Sgt. Pepper, or The Who ripped off Revolver, or The Who ripped off Their Satanic Majesties, or The Who ripped off We're Only in It for the Money from Zappa, or Freak Out from Zappa, or, you know, Beatles for Sale. Dude, this thing where they say fucking someone ripped off someone. Everyone's like in the South Bay, Redondo Beach, Torrance, Hermosa. They sit around smoking weed, drinking beers, like today on Sunday, and they're all, dude, everyone ripped off Clark the Shark. That guy got so screwed. He fucking created everything back in the 80s. And then, like, Blake Douchebag got signed. That's so unfair. And I'm like, yeah, you go, you tell them, dude. Like right now in the Hermosa Saloon, they're all getting fucked up, getting drunk on beers. And they're all like, Clark the Shark is a legend. The rock opera White Suburban Liars, she's a bitch, and then you live. It tells it exactly as it is, you guys. And they're like, here, raise a beer to Sharky. He's Lord God. Hey, Negrita. You know, Ben is dead. 22nd Street. Oh, they're amazing. White, Black, incredible. Ira Bob. Dude, you guys, stop it. I mean, I know you love me, but just keep buying the albums, watching the videos. And I even like it when some of you are like, you know, Shark's mediocre. He plays all the instruments. He overdubs everything all by himself, but it doesn't matter. The only thing he can do is drum, and he's really mediocre, and plus he's an asshole. Guy's a fucking dick. No one likes him. And I'm like, I love it that way, you guys. 1-800-449-8255, because I got to be on an island, baby, like a lone wolf stallion that runs alone. Because when I'm talking about SF Sorrow by the Pretty Things, baby, I'm talking big time here. I'm not fucking around. I couldn't even find this album for my 600 album vinyl collection in 1985 that a lot of you come online and you're like, you know, I got part of Shark's vinyl up here in Torrance, and like, dude, the guy's pretty eclectic. Like, what's wrong with him? Is he schizophrenic? Like, how does he listen to Zappa? And how does he, like, listen to the Kinks and, like, Dionne Warwick? What's wrong with him? And I'm like, you guys, Sharky's like a sociopath, psychopath, narcissist, nihilist, baby, you name it. I'm it. I live in my own little world. Because when I'm talking about SF Sorrow by the Pretty Things, this fucking rock opera is really a story. It's like a deaf, dumb, and blind kid. This sure plays a mean pinball, you guys. This sure sounds like The Who. It does. And The Who sure sounds like this. The only difference being is the Pretty Things are like a way better band. They're better musicians. They got their shit together here. The Who are just a bunch of fucking hacks. I mean, Pete Townsend can't even fucking play. I mean, half the time Keith Moon's fucked up and drunk, you know. I mean, listen to the Who bootlegs. They suck. I mean, this band can't even fucking keep it in tune. They fucking sound like Captain Beefheart or some shit, but even worse. I mean, Captain Beefheart is tighter than the Who. But the Pretty Things, dude, fuck no. This is amazing. These guys also kept their band around a long time. I mean, they broke up here and there. I think just once they really broke up. Like in the 70s or something, and they got back together, and they've been around practically all the way until today, you guys. 2024. I think they broke up finally for good in like 2020 or 2021 or something. But these guys have been around with great albums, always important, you know, not any retro rehash like let's go back in time. They're always coming up with new shit or something. SF Sorrow was just another great album from many, many, many great albums by them. And they get confused with the Small Faces. I don't know why. And they get confused with the Move, and other shit. But they're nothing like those. It's apples to oranges. The Pretty Things, yes, they came out of swing in London, you know, Carnaby, the Mods, and, you know, people dressing good and fighting with the rockers and leather-clad guys on motorcycles versus guys dressed well on Vespas and all that back in the 60s. But when they hit psychedelia, like many bands did, about 67, where everyone started dropping acid and eating mushrooms and all that fucking shit, that's when, like many bands, they fucking got incredible. SF Sorrow, rock opera supreme. Better than The Who, Sell Out, or Tommy. I'm not kidding, you guys. And I love The Who. It's my favorite band. I mainly love The Who because they fucking suck. And they can't play at all. And they're horrible. It gives me hope, you guys. The reason you guys in the South Bay think I'm good, probably in the back of your mind, is you're like, he's tighter than Keith Moon. Like, he is Keith Moon, but tighter or something. And I'm probably not as good as Keith Moon, but I can trick you and make you think I am. And when I'm playing just a gig at the Hermosa Saloon or wherever, the whole crowd is fixated on Clark the Shark. And I think that's why so many bands would kick me out of the band, because there'd be some singer, you know, that wants to get all the girls or get the babes, and they're just looking at Clark the Shark, baby. Me, yours truly, from the humble golden EIB Sharkerphone at 1-800-449-8255. It's not a microphone, baby, because I'm talking about SF Sorrow. That's right. Shark-a-doodle-doo, shark-a-lamma-ding-dong. I'm talking about the Pretty Things. These guys were amazing. A big influence on my music, no doubt, Clark the Shark. As much as Zappa or The Who or the Beatles or any of that shit, dude, this fucking shit. And then, you know, when you're talking about the underground acumen of Clark the Shark, the garage guy, you know, listening to punk or collecting fanzines or zines or whatever they're fucking called back in the 80s, out of Fact Sheet 5 and all that shit, right there in my brain the whole time is SF Sorrow, The Pretty Things, much more than The Who, Tommy, you guys, or any other rock operas. Yeah, even much more than Sgt. Pepper or Zappa, you guys. The Pretty Things. What a band. And these guys really got screwed because they should be much more famous and known for their genius, you guys. All their albums are great. It's not like they got one great album. Everything's fucking great. I don't care what the stars say. I know it would get good stars. All Music would love it. Rolling Stone just said un- unfavorable. What? Spelled in that British way. Favour. Rolling Stone. Well, you guys, if Rolling Stone doesn't like something, it's like a red flag that it's fucking awesome. Right here on the Clark the Shark Show. All Music, though, gives it a 4 out of 5. The Guardian, 5, baby. Fuck yeah. Pop Matters, 4 out of 5. New Music Express. I don't get it. 0 out of 10. I don't get that at all. You got, come on, you couldn't give it that. This album's awesome. Fuck Rolling Stone. Don't care what they say. Of course, track 1, side 1, SF Sorrow is Born. What? That's amazing, you guys. Phil May, Dick Taylor, Wally Waller. Right from this first song, you're transfixed, you're transcended, and this whole album's going to blow your mind. Bracelets of Fingers, incredible. The first 2 songs are amazing. All the songs on this could be hit songs. I'm not kidding. Everything on side 1, all 6 songs. My favorite song, She Says Good Morning. If you have DirecTV 8 tracks, I think it's on Time Warner Cable or maybe that other one, whatever the fuck. It's awesome, you guys. She Says Good Morning. May Taylor Waller. They're all by May Taylor and Waller, you guys. Povey comes in sometimes, and the British eccentric Twink, he chimes in here and there. Private Sorrow. I'm not kidding. Every single one of these songs could be hit songs on the radio. They are all perfect on side 1. Melodic, atmospheric, jangly guitars, but very psychedelic, you guys. This is not psychedelic pop. This is psychedelic rock. Balloon Burning. Awesome. 351. May Taylor Waller Povey. Povey gets in. And of course, Death, track 6. I would just say side 1 is the greatest side ever recorded by any rock band, or maybe any band, period. Classical, jazz, country, blues, mod, fucking swinging 60s or whatever, dude. Banjos, shit, dude. All forms of music, you guys. I don't even fucking care. You got to hear side 1 of SF Sorrow by the Pretty Things. And listen to it over and over. It is beyond psychedelia. It tells a story, but better than, like, this should have been a double album, you guys. Side 2, Barren Saturday. You've heard that song. Awesome. Incredible. All these should be lit up in blue on Wikipedia. I'm not kidding. If you got DirecTV 8 tracks, you've heard Barren Saturday. Awesome. May, Taylor, and Waller. And then The Journey. Now, here's where people say, you know, The Journey, Amazing Journey, you know, what is this? And then I See You. They're like, what? You know, that's like, Tommy, can you what? You know, and then, you know, Well of Destiny. It's definitely got a Who, Tommy vibe. Side 2 more than side 1, but I'd say the whole album does, you guys. Trust, An Old Man Going. This album ends with a crescendo, like a grand finale of a bang. These final 3 songs are fucking incredible. May Taylor Waller. Twink, he's got a little bit of writing credit on a couple of these, you guys. And Loneliest Person. Well, that's me, Clark the Shark. I don't care, you guys. To me, having sex, it will do. I'm not saying, I go down to the hotel. I mean, here at home, you guys. So I may be lonely, but I'm never alone. Like Alice Cooper would say, loneliest person. Little side note here. Alice Cooper was a drunk who would drink with Keith Moon. Down on the Sunset Strip, I think at the Troubadour or the Whiskey or wherever, as part of the Hollywood Vampires. I don't know if anyone in the Small Faces or the Pretty Things or the Move were hanging out with those five guys down the Hollywood Vampires: John Bonham, Harry Nilsson, Alice Cooper, John Lennon, and Keith Moon. And then sometimes Pete Townsend and even Dirk McQuickley would come hang out with the Hollywood Vampires. Of course, Mike Nesmith and Mickey Dolenz might hang out, and I think Goffin and King or like Boyce and Hart. Like, people would get fucked up. I'm not sure if those guys, but I'm saying down on the strip, just to keep from being the loneliest person, like in SF Sorrow by the Pretty Things, the Hollywood Vampires would just hang out and get fucking wasted. But Alice Cooper did some interview where he said he really loves this album, you guys, the Pretty Things. And I swear to God, you guys, if you listen to this whole album, you're going to hear Barren Saturday and these songs. I See You is fucking killer. And Old Man Going. That's like me, Clark the Shark. I'm going to be an old man soon. I'm 58, 59. Soon I'll be 70, and I will be an old man going, like leaving the planet, you guys. 1-800-449-8255, a sharkadoodle-doo. But geniuses, you guys. Phil May. I like him more than The Who. I do. I love The Who. I fucking love The Who. It's just that you got to go through a lot of problems and drama with The Who. And, the Small Faces, Steve Marriott drama. And, dude, The Move, the drama with Roy Wood and, Jeff Lynne and all that. The Pretty Things have drama too, but it goes into the music and it adds to the fuel. Dick Taylor, Wally Waller, John Povey, Skip Allen, and then Twink, who's not really in the band, but he is, and then he isn't. He just kind of comes. He's a British eccentric weirdo mixed up in psychedelia. I fucking love it. I consider me, Clark the Shark, mixed up in sort of a psychedelic movement in the South Bay in the 80s. I'm not kidding. I honestly think all those bands in Seattle, like Blake Douchebag, they were influenced by Redondo Beach and Torrance and the South Bay punk scene. But that whole scene was influenced heavily by me, Clark the Shark, because I threw all the biggest shows out of Los Angeles. If it was a big concert from 1987 to 1991 or so, it was Clark the Shark throwing the show. And a lot of what made me tick was psychedelia. It wasn't so much punk rock. I was into punk, because a lot of my association with punk kind of comes from psychedelia, like the Grateful Dead and all that shit, Mickey Hart and, Weir and all those guys. Gets me into punk rock somehow because Greg Ginn was into the Dead. And a lot of punkers were, probably because they smoked weed and fucking drank beers and all that shit back in the day, or they wanted to meet chicks by going to a Dead show. But I knew something more deeper psychedelia was SF Sorrow and the Pretty Things and all their amazing albums. In particular, this one, you guys. This is fucking incredible. And I want you to buy this at Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, everywhere online or streaming. I don't fucking care where, but get this album, buy it, listen to it, especially if you're only 18 years old right here in 2024. February 19 or 20, I'm not sure what today is, Sunday. I want you, young person that's only 18, I think you were born in 2008 or 2006. I'm not sure. I'm not good at math, you guys. But you were born long after 9/11. And of course, 9/11 is that day where Mohammed Atta and those terrorists blew up the World Trade Center by flying jetliners, two jets, into two buildings. The World Trade Center went down to the ground, you guys, in case you've forgotten or you don't even know because you were born after it. And, your liberal Democrat teachers teach you that, white people are evil and all this shit. And they're probably right, you guys. White people are evil. But the whole planet is evil, dude, everyone. Where it's all a will to power. This thing where liberals say it's just white people. Everyone's fucking evil, you guys. It's not just white people. at 1-800-449-8255, the Clark the Shark Show. But you don't even remember 9/11. You weren't even born. You weren't even here. You've only seen it on YouTube or TikTok or Vimeo, or you've heard about it in some documentary or some shit. Well, I'm here to tell you that that day was America's Pearl Harbor, and that day was important. And now I don't want you to listen to Taylor Swift or any of that fucking shit. Don't listen to douche Grohl. Don't listen to Miley Cyrus or hip hop or rap. Quit listening to that fucking shit and start listening to SF Sorrow by the Pretty Things. And the music that I, Clark the Shark, tell you to listen to. I'll just politely ask you to listen to SF Sorrow. The Pretty Things, you guys, because you got to hear good music. Yeah, listen to Sgt. Pepper or other psychedelia. Sure, go ahead and listen to The Who. I don't fucking care. But listen to SF Sorrow more. Listen to The Pretty Things much more, because this story here is more important than Tommy, I think. Who knows? Maybe The Who didn't rip it off. It's just a coincidence. It's possible, you guys. You know, Pete Townsend, I never even heard of them. Yeah, you know, dude, Blake Douchebag never even heard of Clark the Shark, you guys. Yeah, Green Day never even fucking heard of me. No one did. In fact, all the guys at the record labels, they're like, we never even heard of this guy. He's weird, man. Well, yeah, I only fucking mailed you tapes since 1986, and then you mailed me a rejection letter like, hey, dear Greenhouse Effect, Mr. Clark Hagens, 251 Paseo de Gracia, we're sorry, but we cannot use you at this time. Yeah, dude, what the fuck do you guys? I can't use you in my time. 1-800-449-8255. Those record companies probably never even heard of SF Sorrow by the Pretty Things. I bet they haven't, or maybe they just barely have. You guys don't even know the music I'm into. A lot of people now in 2024 up in the South Bay or all around the country are like, I didn't know Shark was into that. You guys never took the time to know me, you guys. You know, I mean, I don't do videos here about mice getting eaten by snakes or cats meowing or cemeteries, or I don't fucking walk around a cemetery filming myself, you know, at graves of the dead. That's creepy, you guys. Here at my show, I fucking talk about great music. SF Sorrow, The Pretty Things. Psychedelic, bluesy, atmospheric, melodic, ambient, not garage, polished professionalism, tight. This isn't the fucking Who. This is good. This is The Pretty Things, you guys. Amazing album that the Who Tommy cannot fucking touch, you guys. And I love the Who. I love Tommy. But it is not SF Sorrow by the Pretty Things. I'm sorry, you guys. Not even Sgt. Pepper or the Who Sell Out or Zappa Absolutely Free can fucking touch SF Sorrow by the Pretty Things. Don't just listen to DirecTV 8 tracks or deep tracks or, shit on cable TV. I want you to go buy the album. Try to find the vinyl of this. I doubt you will. If you want to buy a remade vinyl, like a reissue, whatever, updated vinyl, even a fake vinyl of this would cost $50, you guys, at least, from today, manufactured today kind of vinyl. And I doubt it's analog. It's probably digital put on vinyl. But it doesn't matter, you guys. Get mini forms of this album and buy it if you can. If you can find it, certainly buy it at Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, everywhere that you can buy music, baby. SF Sorrow. The psychedelic rock opera, The Pretty Things, way ahead of its time. Maybe not. It does sound 60s, you guys, but it's awesome. Very up to date. I'll leave it like that. This is fucking up to date and sounding amazing. I respect, revere, and regard this. It's very important. There's other great shit, of course, but this is like a cut above. It rises above like the cream, baby, right here on the Clark the Shark Show. And I'm out of here, people. Peace.